Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett. In my hands is Karate Survivor in Another World, Volume 2, published by 7 Seas. This is a pretty awesome manga. I'm actually really enjoying it. So the story is by Yazin, art by Takahito Kobayashi, lettering by Alexandra, Gunawan, and then translation by M. Fulcrum. Alright, so Karate Survivor in Another World. So there's been like a whole genre of manga where someone dies and they get sent to a different world. I got sent to a different world and all I had is access to my cell phone. I got sent to a different world as a slime. I died and got reincarnated on a button on a cardigan. These are all examples of manga, the concept that's out there. So this one's pretty simple. Dude dies. God decides to send him, or a god decides to send him to a different world where he knows karate. It's a fantasy world, basic fantasy, orcs, goblins, stuff like that. All sorts of monsters, and this dude knows karate. So the first volume was him, getting the lay of the land and kind of learning about this world, and then us as the readers kind of getting to know the rules of this world. Throughout it, the main character, whose name is Nozaki, powers up and levels up in the manga, and we kind of, at the end, are left of like, is he human? Is he not human? We don't know. So Volume 2 has him heading to a new location with his new friend after they basically murdered the son of the noble of the local village he was at. The son deserved it. It was all good. So they wind up going to this new town where Nozaki needs to go and find work. He's now calling himself Nomad. And he decides to sign up for a guild to become part of the Adventurers Guild, the local Adventurers Guild. There he joins the best, most powerful party in the region and becomes their scout. So this is all about him learning kind of like those next steps, getting to better understand this world, better understand kind of like how everything works, and maybe level up a little bit more. We don't know. We'll find out. And it's pretty solid. Like I really like the story. I mean, it's a fantasy adventure group who's out, going and doing tasks, in this case, killing a lot of wolves. And they have this new member who doesn't quite fit into it and needs to, like, learn the lay of the land and learn, to get along with these individuals. It's really solid, and I think a lot of that is kind of the dynamic of the characters, Nomad's thoughts about what's going on and the characters around him, and just like generally the situation is pretty solid. Like, if the first volume was all about kind of teaching you the rules of this world, the second volume is kind of getting you settled and going more into the details of this world, and it works really well. Like, I'm loving this. There is tons of this genre out there. This one seems to be and feel like it's self-aware. Like, it understands that there's tons out there and kind of having a goof with it all and just running with it. And in that way, I think the manga works well, like really well. And is kind of exciting in many ways because of that. So I'm loving it. Like, I'm really enjoying the series. I'm enjoying what I've read so far, and I'm excited to read the next volume, Volume 3, whenever that comes out. It's really solid stuff. The other thing is, like, the art isn't flashy. There's some good action. The art is really, I think, solid, but it's not that, like, over-the-top pause with tons of lines that you kind of expect from manga. Like, I'll see if I can find decent action out of it. But it's a much more kind of like a muted style to it, and I really dig that for some reason. I also think the design is really cool. There's this nice mix of like manga style with fantasy, and it's cool. Like, it works really well and is exciting, and like, this is about as flashy as it gets. This is not crazy over the top stuff. It could easily just go through one page and focus in on some of this, but it doesn't. It keeps things kind of, panel with a lot of panels and work. There's also really cool, like, breaks in the chapters where the writer kind of goes in more about the details and the concepts of the previous chapter. I love it. I really like this. So like, this is a really cool series, a really great manga series. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Can't wait for the next volume. This is out now in shops, so you can go get it. We got a link beneath this video. Put in your zip code. Tell the comic shops near you. No shop, no problem. We do have some links where you can purchase your own. There'll be affiliate links, so we get a small percentage by doing that. You'll support our site, so thank you. Just watching our videos support us, so thank you for that. If you are into manga, if you're into comics, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. Until next time, keep reading those manga, and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.